Hello everybody, welcome back to this week's video. I want to do something a little bit unconventional today. We'll see how it turns out. I have this rose of ultramarine that I adore, as we all know, and I've been trying to pair it with different colors to see what would come of it. I was trying to do a sunsetty kind of feel with oranges and yellows, but because it has this blue undertone, it's like a color shifting color, it didn't really work. It made it a little bit muddy. So I wanted to pair it with a green, and at first I tried the sap green, which is just a regular lighter green. And I liked it, but it looked too conventional. I don't know if that's the right word. And then I tried a couple more different greens, and then I came across the Cascade green, which also has a blue undertone. So I thought, what if we try these two colors? And I know, don't get scared. If it doesn't work out, we will be just a little bit more wiser. But I have high hopes. So I just prepped my paper with water back and front so that it is nicely saturated. I don't necessarily want these colors to completely mix, but if we can get them to meet and create something new together without them getting too muddy, that is the goal. So I'm going to just start adding some of that color, and we might have to be a little bit softer in the beginning before we jump right in. But as this color starts to develop on the paper, you will see that there is some blue undertones in it. And I am deliberately using my big mop brush for this because we want to put a lot of water and paint on the page. So do you see how there's a little bit of that blue coming out? And because the rose of ultramarine also has blue in it, we might just get lucky. So I have quite a bit of water on here now, and I am just a teensy bit worried. Okay, stuff is already happening, and I hope that the camera picks this up. Do you see where the two start to mix? I might have to bring in a little bit more of the green. Getting bolder. What do we think? Strangely, there is also some yellow coming through on that I hadn't noticed before. But see how there is some blue undertones and then there's some yellow in here? We might be onto something. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Look at this blue. And there's green, and there is a little bit of yellow, and then there's pink. What? Yeah, this gets me excited. Like I said, there's quite a bit of water on here. And whoa, I just mixed the green in here, which I didn't want to do. Wowzers. I love when things come together and work out. Look at this blue. Look at this turquoise. Fantastic, fantastic. So I have to manipulate the paper, and by manipulate I mean move the paper around, so it doesn't pool and leave some funky streaks behind. And I just dropped in some of that purple in here that I didn't want. I am just flabbergasted. It's been a while since I worked with this Cascade green, and I did not think that it had this yellow mixed in. How very strange. I don't think I want to add any more stuff to it because it is quite wet, the paper. So I'm just gonna be here moving the paper around a little bit as it dries. I don't like using a hairdryer. I like to let my colors dry naturally. I just feel like I get a much better result that way when I don't rush it. Okay, I will be back once this is dry, and then we can look at it and see how it developed. Would you look at those colors? It's completely dry now, and from the two colors that I used, all of these colors emerged. I am stoked with how this turned out. I did have to come in and fix a little bit of the way it dried throughout because it was kind of drying weirdly down here, and I added a little bit more water, and then I kind of tried to blend it a little bit better, and it worked out. And now I have this kind of half circle here. I mean, you know, you could almost see like a full circle, which I didn't do. It just dried like that. So I feel like I want to embrace that shape a little bit and put something in here, and then we'll go from there. But wow, I am very, very pleased with how this turned out. So I can't wait to continue. And, you know, as usual, I might bring in some acrylic markers and my Posca pens. So let's get into this and see what we can come up with. So I loaded my brush with the green, and because I like these kinds of shapes or something like this, that's I think what I want to put down here. I just enjoy these so much lately. I want to bring in a line, and I'm using the acrylic marker by Artix. It's just nice because they have such nice coverage. Because we have green up here, I want to bring in some of that pink. And I'm going to pretend I want to bring in some round ones here with a stem of some sort. That looked a little bit better in my head, but I think we could still make it work. I gotta remember that, you know, it's just the first layer. At this point, I am going in with the acrylic gold. I want to tie in those leafy bits with this one here so that they look a little bit more cohesive. And I might switch to something else after that, but that seems like the most natural step to do next. And also, the gold part always helps me see the finished piece a little bit more clear, because it's starting to add the final touches to it. I diluted the gold paint with a little bit of water just so that I can make a continuous line and I don't have to go back and load the brush over and over. I have reached a point of saturation with this series, and I'm glad I only have a couple more to go. I'm ready to move on now. I have filled my cup, as it were. And I already have some ideas of what to do next. There's a couple of things that I want to try. I love the way you can build with acrylic paints and like a really good base, and you can see all the layers, and you can't really do that with watercolor except for, you know, putting watercolor on top of more watercolor. So there's a couple of people that I follow on Instagram that do really nice abstract work with watercolors, and I've been dying to have a crack at it. I mean, I have somewhat dabbled in it previously, but I've just never been super happy with it. I love the watercolor look. I love the airiness, the wispiness of the watercolor. So finding the right balance in the abstract world using watercolors for me somehow is not easy. I very much look forward to starting to explore that, and I hope you will be here for it. As much as I love the doodling part and, you know, adding interest to those paintings this way, my heart is with the modern abstract, I think, is where I am pulled. But it's a journey. I have to learn it, and something tells me that I am ready to try it. I guess now would also be a good time to let you all know that I am working on a second channel. And the way this came about is I already have another channel set up that I want to repurpose, because I don't want to start yet another channel and that one's just sitting there dormant. It's my cookie decorating channel, and I figured I would repurpose it for something else, something that is more what I'm interested in nowadays. And I've been getting a little bit better with the whole editing of the video clips that I, take, because that also is an art form and takes time, lots and lots of time to do. But over there, I am thinking of mainly doing arts and crafts type videos. There's so many things that I want to try that don't really go with the theme of this channel, which is mainly me exploring art in the drawing form, or the painting form, I should say. And I also have so many other hobbies and other things that I want to try out that I feel like would take away from the art that I do here. And don't worry, this channel will remain and stay the same, and I will still be uploading weekly, so that nothing is going to change over here. But if you are interested in other things other than painting, then I will let you know when that channel is fully set up, because right now it only has cookie decorating stuff on it. But I am in the process of filming and doing a couple of videos, so that when I mention it here and you want to go check it out, you're not getting confused as to why it has cookies on it, and so that there's actually something there for you to watch already. And if nothing else, maybe you can just come and boost my watch hours a little bit. Let me babble in the background and give me a few watch hours, because that channel as of now is not monetized anymore, because I let it go dormant because I'm not doing cookies anymore. So I have to reapply in order to get monetized. Not that, that's the main goal, but it's always nice to make a little bit of money off what I'm doing, because art materials are expensive. Yeah, anyway, so as soon as I know or have a couple of videos posted, I will mention it here, and then you can go check it out. I would love that. So what I'm working on right now for that channel is a video on how I make bookmarks. Because I have all of these leftover watercolor papers, I want to use them up for something. So these are the bookmarks that I made, and that will be a video. The main goal is to keep the other channel as simple as possible, meaning I don't have to end up doing a lot of editing work that goes into it. I think I want to put a line of dots around these, so that, it's easier for me to create these videos and still make it enjoyable and something fun to watch. So there will be lots of chatter going on, I'm sure, on that channel in those videos. So if you like to hear me talk, I would suggest you sign up for that channel. But don't go yet. I haven't linked anything yet, so I will let you know when the time is here. I want to try bookbinding. I want to try fabric printing, lino cut, maybe some paper making. There's so many things that I want to do. Things that just, don't really work in this space, but just catch my interest. So I just needed another outlet. This is the bleed proof white that I'm using. This one here. Maybe I will not go around. I like that it's just on one side. I like that. That's very cute. All right, while I have the white out, I am going to add some white into my little cobblestones, just to give that side a little bit more a light and to tie in the white a little bit more. Is it crazy that I'm already thinking about Christmas and new stuff to make for Christmas? Usually I'm like, don't talk to me about Christmas just yet. But I can't help but think if there is, you know, new things that I want to work on. It's never too early, because if there's one thing that I learned is that art takes time, and I don't want to find myself rushing, trying to create products and then feeling all stressed out. I am not in the business of stressing myself out these days, because that's the last thing I need to put on my plate with everything else that's going on in the world. So I'm still kind of deliberating what I want to do with these circles. Maybe we will just use the golden shapes, you know, something like this. I needed a little bit of something that will brighten up this space. And what better thing to use than gold? I am trying to do some more markets this year. The one that I did last year, I love the location, but it wasn't a very good market income wise, because the booth fee is so high and the traffic wasn't quite there. It was a brand new market, and so obviously people don't really know about it yet. But if you have to pay $200 for 6 hours, that is a lot. And you know, the stuff that I have for sale is not very expensive, so trying to make the booth fee back was a little bit of a challenge. But there's other markets that I would like to try, where hopefully, you know, the booth fee isn't so high, so that I don't feel like I am barely making that booth fee back. I love doing markets though. I love interacting with everybody and hearing what people say when they see the art, and you know, just trying to figure out who they want to gift it to. So I love all that, but yeah, it's stressful when you don't make your booth fee back. All right, what else should we do? It looks done to me. Let me zoom you out. Oh, maybe I want to do a couple more things in black here, in these guys, because we have that nice gold. I feel like it needs a little bit more. Oh, maybe I'll do some black dots in here. I'm gonna use the acrylic paint for that. I could do it with a pen, but I like the texture. I'll do a little bit more down here. All right, I think it is time to take the tape off and look at it without the distraction of whatever's going on around it. Oh, it just always feels so good to take the tape off. It feels like taking off a dirty pair of socks. It just feels and looks so much cleaner, and I can see what I did. So this is what I landed on. I mean, I completely did not think it was going to turn out this way, but I'm kind of liking it. It's very different from all the other ones that I did. But, you know, that's not to say we have to stick with the same things all the time, right? Also, I wanted to ask your opinion. I mentioned in the beginning of this video that I worked on a piece that I just couldn't get into because of the colors. I put it away because I didn't feel it at the moment, but I'm looking at it now, and I'm going to show it to you in just a second here. And I want your opinion as to whether you want to see it or not. So if you're still here watching me right now, please let me know in the comments if this one would spark your interest and if you wanted to see it done. It's not finished yet. There's a few more things that I want to do with it, but yeah, I don't know. I started it and then I was like, no, I don't think I can pull it off. But if this is what you know you want to see next, I'm more than happy to make it into a video and just, you know, be a little bit more vulnerable. But if you're saying, no, I think I'll pass on that one, then I won't show it. So I have the footage, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not vibing with it at the moment. But there's a lot more that needs to happen for it to come together. So maybe that is the issue. Maybe it's the color scheme. I don't know. So please help a girl out and let me know if you want to see this finished. Yeah? But for now, I'm gonna leave you with this one here. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay creative wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next week with a brand new video. Bye, everybody.